Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kazanthi here, and today we are renovating, almost said building, renovating another flat. So this is the flat that is adjacent to the previous one I did, but the vibes, the style I go for in terms of interior design is very different. Okay, so you can see I've already laid out the floor plan. So there's entrance into a kitchen area. There's 3 bedrooms, which you can see there, and then 1 bathroom, and the kitchen living area is sort of more open planned, or at least the barriers between them aren't so opaque. But here I am just laying out the groundwork of the kitchen, making sure I can fit everything in, and making sure to remember to have a fridge this time, because otherwise the game doesn't work. But no, we have got the fridge. So everything's fine and dandy. And then just the outside walls, I do carry through from the exterior that same brick swatch, just because I wanted to go for a more industrial and darker toned flat this time around. So the previous one I did, if you haven't seen it, was very contemporary, very light and airy. This one is very much a lot of lighting and like metal work, darker tones, all that jazz. So I used just base game counters, and then that blue kind of is the predominant blue that you see throughout the build. I've added in the laundry day stuff and everything. That's all good. I do use a lot of laundry day stuff in this build because I've rediscovered how amazing it is. You can see like the array of things you get just below on the screen here, and I forgot how cute everything looks and how good everything looks together, and I gobbled it up. I put it out there. I enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoy it too, but also just the dark blue swatches, which you can see on those 2 items by the front door. Those are perfect for the blue that I was going for throughout the build. But now we're just cluttering up the kitchen. So it's again like a galley style kitchen that I've gone into, or a U-shape style kitchen. And I've used mostly base game for everything, apart from the clutterers from all over the place. These planter boxes on the half wall here are from Werewolves. And other than laundry day, I think, yeah, that's basically it, really. I kind of start bringing in some personality though, so the roommates I kind of went for, like, one's a masseuse, one's a late night DJ or a late night worker, and then there's the main bedroom, which has 2 people, like room for 2, and I'm imagining they're the Chandler of this flat. They're the person who pays the bills and makes sure the rent is in on time and all that, whereas the other 2 are a bit more airy-fairy and not so reliable for the good financials, but their hearts are in the right place, and that's what matters. But yeah, just talking a bit more about this half wall sew and industrial kind of thing. So I use the werewolf posts and spandrels for creating that more open divide between the kitchen and the living area. Obviously went for black because that just worked with the countertops that you can see here. I believe the wall swatch on the left here, the blue one, which is again another type of plaster swatch that I do frequently use just because they bring a bit more texture than paint. It's almost like lime washing as well. I really enjoy lime washes. I think, again, like texture, a lot of dynamic without losing, you know, the colour and the minimalist aesthetic. But I enjoy this half wall because it reminds me of when people have the window in their kitchens that like looks out onto the dining room and everything. I don't know why. I think that was quite like a core interior feature for when I was a kid, so I have nostalgic memories of it. So I do like bringing that into that type of idea into my build. And that's kind of what I've done here with the half wall, because eventually on the other side it becomes the dining area. But yeah, you can see I've just cluttered up everything now, and I've used those same Blooming Rooms sort of window boxes that had like used the same idea in my previous build. And now we're just adding some plants to here. I've again used those wooden slats. You can see I'm using them again here. But like with my previous flat, I'm using these. They're from Eco Lifestyle, and this time I'm using them in white and dark brown. And now we are moving on to the living area. So once more, I am using the... Yes, that's a synonym for a cinnamon. Oh my god, synonym for once, for again, because I say again a lot. Once more, I'm using Laundry Day and the wooden slats from Eco Lifestyle. Just because this blue tones really nicely with the wallpaper, I wanted to carry this wall swatch through to the living area. Again, just because continuity, I think it makes it a lot easier to decorate. It's a lot easier on the eye. So that's really that. I don't know where I'm going with that, but just, yeah, using the same thing. And then the couch is from Base Game. I did try to use a City Living one, but it, they just weren't passing, like, they weren't really fitting in. Not to ostracize anything, but they weren't doing the job. So I went with this Base Game one, which I think works really well and kind of has that industrial, even though this isn't a loft, but industrial loft aesthetic to it. And now, but what I do use City Living a lot for is wall decorations and decals. So you can see all the posters and everything up on the wall to the right here. That was all City Living. Again, just kind of bringing in that realism, that authenticity to the build, because it reflects the world that I'm building in. Now back to the dining area. So again, the half wall allows you to see into it. I keep timing my voiceover so badly here, but that's all the dining area is Laundry Day. And then what I'm doing here with the couches, I'm just bringing in these, what are essentially poufets from Parenthood, or Kids Stuff maybe, and using them as a sort of additional feature for the couch, just to make it not the same old boring couch from Base Game, even though I really enjoy that couch. And then yeah, I've added a laptop onto the dining table just because there's so much space that you can get away with it without it infringing on like dining space for 4 people. And just to help with this industrial aesthetic that I'm trying to bring in, I'm using these string lights that are really, even though they're from Kids Stuff, I feel like they're outdoor lighting. So I feel like bringing the outdoor in works with industrial interiors really well, because you think industrial, think like steelwork sites and all that, and that just makes me think sort of this in-between space between outdoor and indoor. So bringing in lights like this, I think for me it works. The only thing was it was quite an ordeal to put them up because of how, again, the length, and sizing them down didn't work, and because I still haven't got the tool mod, I can't size them down specifically enough to have them just fit in the space that is there. So I had to kind of move it around, but eventually it's all worked out, and we've got 2 parallel ones, or 1 parallel set and then 1 crossing, and I think it just kind of centers around the dining space really well, really nicely. And then just finishing up with this room, I'm bringing in some more plants, again using the Blooming Rooms kit, and I think that's paranormal stuff, that fern palm tree on the left, and then once more, actually that is from Get to Work, that poster, but and this one's from Snowy Escape, so I'm lying to you blind when I say that I use City Living for the wall decals, because clearly I did not. For one wall I used City Living, for the others I went with my heart's desire as per usual. But now we're moving on to the first bedroom. So this bedroom is predominantly yellow. This is the bedroom for the masseuse, and I do mainly use Island Living and then Spa Day and some Dream Home Decorator, which is the wallpaper and some other things later on. But really where this idea started was with the candles. I think all the candles are from Spa Day as well. I could be mistaken. But they created this yellow glow, and I wanted to have that glow just reflected in the entire interior design for this room. And so I first went with the yellow bed from Island Living, and then the Island Living kind of, that aesthetic brought in just this sort of boho theme, I feel, to this area. And then that made me think of Masseuse. And is this subconsciously partly inspired by Friends? Probably entirely. Don't hold it against me. It was not intentional. It purely happened naturally. But you can see I've added in a wardrobe on the wall, and then you've got the massage table. Maybe like, I don't know how it works, I'm not gonna lie to you here, but I'm thinking maybe the game works where you can practice your massage therapy, or you can just have it there for yourself, whatever floats your boat. There's also yoga mat and a meditation stool, so you can use those and build some skills that way. And then just finishing up, I'm using Spa Day to decorate the walls here with these sort of Zen posters, and then also the Dream Home Decorator succulents on the wall. Now we're moving on to the second room. So this room I did use, I think the wallpaper's spooky stuff. Yeah, the wallpaper's spooky stuff. Then the cabinet is Horse Ranch, and the bed again I think is either Dream Home Decorator or University Pack. But my idea with this one was just, he's like a DJ or a late night musician or something, so the person, I again was thinking of a masculine sim, but the sim who lives here is feminine or masculine, is someone who works late nights, and that's why the room's dark, and maybe they're secretly a vampire. That would bring some spice. I actually want to play in this flat now. I've created a whole story and I want to play in the flat. Like, maybe this should be my first, I don't know, maybe that's, I was like gonna say maybe this should be my first Let's Play, but I feel like that's going too out there. But then maybe that's what I need. That's like, that much chaos would be good for a Let's Play. Anyway, we're on to the master bedroom now, and this room is much more mature. I imagine this room to be the room for a couple, and like I said, this couple are the ones paying the bills, making sure the rent is in on time, doing the hard work of keeping everyone in this flat and keeping the flat together and stuff. So that's why they get the bigger room. Maybe they own all the furniture in the flat too, or something like that. But you can see I've used this base game, a lot of base game in this room, to be fair. And then just some Dream Home Decorator and like bits and bobs that aren't, like the mirror is Parenthood, I think. I usually use that mirror because it's the only, in my opinion, the only really nice mirror that's a horizontal mirror. And I don't know why it's so hard to have horizontal mirrors in The Sims, but it is, and I find that one to be the only one that really works most of the time. Sorry, I really blazed past that because I was too caught up in my own Let's Play scenario. But that was really that for that room. It does have a TV in it. I don't know if we saw that, but it's also got a TV in there, so they get some privacy, the couple who live there. And then with this bathroom, it's very straightforward. City living sink, base game, everything else practically, and then one laundry hamper, 4 things on the wall, and we are coming to the end of the video. So it was a really quick one. I think my voiceover was maybe a bit chaotic, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time. All the information is in the description down below, and thank you for watching. Bye!